Hello again, science students. Mr. Zana here with your next Edpuzzle. Today, we're going to be learning about topographic map features. So we're going to be talking about topography and topographic maps. How we're going to do this is we're going to go over the basics of topography in some slides. Then we're going to work in small groups to complete a worksheet and a quick lab. So why are we doing this? Well, it'll allow us to interpret topography on maps and determine the shape and what it represents on the surface of our planet. This ties into how we've been learning about convergent, divergent, and transform boundaries. So those boundaries create features. So we're going to be discussing those type of features today. All right, so our champs, virtual, please read these on your own. In person, remember, voices are to be off during the presentation and working together. Raise your hand if you have issues, questions, problems with technology. We're working on topographic map features. Please stay seated or stand near your desk if you're having trouble staying awake. And as always, participation is a must. And if we do all these things, we will be successful in this lesson. Once again, we're here in our unit organizer. Unit organizer is right here. We're on track. We're on the 12th and 17th. If you're watching this on the 17th, I hope you had a great 4-day weekend. So we are right over here, topographic maps, satellite, right here. Next page of your unit organizer, you should be able to fill out this section right here when we are done today. So you should be keeping up with your unit organizer, making sure you're filling these things out as we do them, as we're taking notes as well. So here we go. Topographical map features. First thing we're going to learn about, contour lines. Contour lines, these represent an elevation for an entire line. So the entire line is going to be the elevation that's marked. So in this instance, here we go. In this instance, the image on the contour line, D, is 100 feet above sea level. So the entire line is that height. So over here would not be 50, and over here would be 120. The whole line is represented by that elevation. So the whole line would be 100 feet. So if each contour line from D to B is 100 feet, what is the height of B being shown by the arrow? So it's 100 feet, each contour line represents 100 feet. What do you think B would be? 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth line. Which one do you think it would be? What would be the elevation of B? With what you know about contour lines, which letter has the highest elevation? We went over this in our lesson previous about what it means when the lines are closer together and when the lines are further apart. So, with what we know about contour lines, which letter has the highest elevation? Which one? A, B, C, or D? Again, we talked about erosion and how it affects rivers in our last lesson. So with what we know about erosion in rivers, which river would be the youngest of these four? Which letter represents the youngest river? How about now you tell me which one's the oldest river? Based on what we know about erosion from our last lesson, which river is the oldest? In the circled area is the slope of this mountain. Is it steep or gentle? Based on what we know about contour lines, is this steep or gentle sloping? What do the contour lines at point A represent? This point right here. What does that represent? That bend. What is that representing? What do the contour lines at point B represent? These ones right here, the closed circles. What do those represent? Which mountain has the steepest slope? A or B? Which one has the steepest slope? A or B? All right, we are going to do our contour lines lab in class. Those of you at home, if you would like to do this lab, I know the picture is like, well, what's going on with the hand? You can go ahead and email me, and I'd be happy to send you a copy of the instructions for the lab. We're going to do it in class just to do a little bit of reinforcing. You can also at home look up a YouTube video on contour line labs using your hand. And there are quite a few videos on it. Next class, we will be reviewing for the Unit 6 exam and possibly starting the launch in Unit 7. And we're also doing a worksheet in this class. Those of you who are virtual, please make sure that you do this worksheet and attach it when you submit. And those of you in class, you're going to be working in small group. We're going to do this together in small group. With that being said, I hope you have a great day. Until our next lesson, have fun with science.